Hey everybody, Carl here. Welcome back to Trails in the Sky, the third. Where in the previous few episodes, we have started up the final chapter, the future we dream of. We are ready, almost, to set up on the Arcee. We've been checking out what remains of the star doors, except for one. We've gone through the abyss, conquered its many beasts, and I played for like 3 hours yesterday, just training up the party and getting us ready. Everybody is at a much more acceptable level now, and everybody's gotten some new armor, new boots, their best weapons, and just in general, they're looking a bit more respectable. We don't have a level 104 Tita anymore, for instance, so that's something. I also went ahead and did something rather menial. I went through the monster guide. I got everything except for 2 guys in the Moon Door. They're the guys we fight during Moon Door 02 final battle. I even replayed the entirety of Moon Door 2 and they didn't pop, so I don't know what's up with that. Maybe I'll get them on Nightmare. Other than that, 7th plane looks good. I had to get all of these doppels from Grimoires. They were really what we were missing here, and it was just grueling. You just have to hope you get the right one. On the 6th plane, we're missing one boss. We're missing the mine that Kanone spawns during battle, because we killed her too fast. I'll see if I can get that on Nightmare. Other than that, there was actually a shining palm on the 6th plane that I found, so that was fun. We should have everything on the other pages of the book. Not that it was really a prerequisite to fill out this book, but I've now made an effort nonetheless. But everybody, one mystery remains in this realm before we depart. Star Door 14. I really wanted to do this episode yesterday, but after the 22 hours of recording over 2 days before that, my voice was shot. Every character sounded like Zin, and while my voice is still a little rusty, at least now, whenever I tried to do like Gilbert or Tita, it just sounded like a pterodactyl shriek. It wasn't good. But now, I've let it rest and used the day just training up the team and getting them ready for the final star door. All is one, and one is all. All begins with one, and in the end, it returns to one. Only when you have released all of the other doors shall this one open. Let's go for it. Let's step in and face the final little story. Star Chamber. I shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. Okay, we're witnessing this collapse from the glorious itself. Hey, LeBlanc. Don't just stand there. Say something. Why should I be the one to break the silence? Words have no meaning in the face of such a splendorous sight. All there is for us to do is to be overwhelmed and awed by the spectacle before us. Bah. The others still haven't come back either. Kinda crummy ending to this whole shtick, huh? Ren left the city and has since departed the region. Luciola is missing, but no good can come from us fretting for her safety. Oh, no worries on that front. Just think it'd be a waste for a woman like her to die so early. So, here's hoping she didn't lose her life for nothing. I quite agree. As for Lo, I fear the odds of him making it out alive are non-existent. Yeah. Damn it. If I'd known this was gonna happen, I would have finally made him fight me. He was always finding excuses to get out of it. Well, unlike us, he had a clear and specific purpose for taking part in all of this. And it looks like he may well have been able to achieve it at that. Though he met his end, I have an inkling that he, at least, is satisfied by the ending to this story. Blech. Hard to believe it's all over.
What? What's happening? I thought we were going to use that floating city to rule a pearl. Then we were going to use it to rule a whole continent. So why is this happening? This wasn't supposed to...
Okay, I can't quite do Gilbert, I guess.
This wasn't supposed to happen. Wait. Did anyone ever actually say we were going to do that? Or was I just thinking it on my own? I was, wasn't I? Yeah. I hate my life. All I seem to do is get humiliated by them and abused by Lord Campanella lately. And then to top it all off, this happens? Just what have we all been doing?
Lord Campanella. I'm relieved to see her well, sir.
The same to you, fine gentlemen. I'm thoroughly impressed with your work ethic. It takes guts to dedicate yourselves to your duty, even at a time like this. You should see what's happening outside. It's a sight to see, All the mirror on the world couldn't buy you tickets to see a show this incredible. You're not too late to check out the show if you head out now. Why not go take a peek? I won't tattle.
We couldn't possibly. We wouldn't dream of abandoning our post without permission.
I suppose you wouldn't after the training you've been through. Well, no matter. Now, mind letting me inside? I got something I need to take care of in the sanctuary, you see.
Sir? But we've been ordered not to let anyone inside without the professor's permission. Even you, Lord Campanella.
He's as dead as you'll be if you won't let me through. I don't think even I can get a dead man's permission now, can I?
What? But that's just not possible.
Oh dear. Is my word worth that little to you? I'm hurt. Maybe I should have a little fun with you like I always do with my darling Gilberts. That might make you a little more inclined to have more faith in me.
We never once doubted your word, so you need not trouble yourself on our behalf.
That's lovely to hear. Well then, why don't you go outside and watch the show like I suggested? You're under no obligation to guard this place now that the man who ordered you to do so is no more.
Gladly, sir. Good luck with your business, sir.
They may have served their purpose now. It seems a terrible waste to steal their memories and toss them out like garbage. Maybe I should put them under my commands. Even all the noise going on outside can't reach this far inside the ship by the looks of it. Just as well. I couldn't fulfill my role otherwise. Requesting access. I, Enforcer number 0, Campanella the Fool. Hereby request access to the Celestial Globe in place of the third Anguis, Georg Weissmann. We've been waiting for you. Already here, I see.
I certainly never envisioned that the Faceless would perish.
Poor thing. All the trouble he caused his old friends finally caught up with him. So, how exactly did he die? I'm simply dying to know. Oh, I wish you could have seen it. That poor fellow was turned completely to salt, from the tip of his head to the tips of his toes. Then it all came crumbling down into itty-bitty pieces. Oh my, what a chilling way to go. I do wish I could have been there to witness it for myself. So he fell victim to the result of that singularity in Northumbria, did he? Ah, I would have loved to have seen the real thing when it first appeared. Who'd have seen that coming? That guy never seemed to let his guard down even for a second.
I imagine it was the work of a Dominion. Almost certainly the fifth, the position everyone previously believed to be vacant.
Oh, right. Guess that explains why he screwed up. So what's the fifth Dominion's name then? Kevin Graham. He calls himself the Heretic Hunter, and he studied under the one and only Carnelia. Seemed like a real riot too. Twisted in all the right places. He studied under Carnelia now. Now I'm even more interested in him. You gotta be kidding me, Abyss. After how into Leonhardt you were, you're not even gonna mourn his loss for more than a second before setting your eyes on a new guy? Oh my, you've got me all wrong. I assure you that I'm mourning Leon's death in my own way. He's not a man I'll likely ever forget. Especially as I could never get him to show even the slightest hint of interest in me to the very end. Indeed. He truly was a skilled swordsman. His loss will be keenly felt.
He was the only one among the enforcers who was able to cross blades with you, I believe.
Certainly of those I have fought against. I often asked him to humor me with my training. I always felt as though there was a chance he may surpass me as a swordsman one day. It makes knowing he lost his life before having a chance that much more difficult to bear. In my opinion, the loss of the Blade Lord isn't all that significant when you look at the bigger picture. a tiny predictable loss in our overall combat capabilities. Now, the loss of the Angel of Slaughter will have much more of a long-term impact. Huh. Oh, the chick with the scythe. I wonder if she'll come back in the end. She seemed pretty confused.
That's a decision for her, and her alone to make. We may be above them in the Ouroboros hierarchy. That doesn't give us the right to order them around. That is the way of the society.
But still,
Professor, all of us here are well aware of the importance of the Gordias series. But this is a law decided by the Grandmaster. Surely you're aware of what that means.
you only need to look at Weissman's obsession with that black-haired boy to see what can come from being too fixated on someone.
Indeed. That very obsession proved to be his undoing. Isn't that right, Campanella?
You could definitely argue it was one of the factors that led to his failure, yes. Kevin seemed like he was trying to use it to his advantage, too.
Alright. I'll drop the issue. But know that as long as the 13 factories are in my care, the Gordias series will be of unparalleled importance to me. So I'll be keeping an eye on her from here on to observe how well the one she has is functioning. Certainly. We'll leave that to you. I believe we've talked for long enough. The time has come for the Grandmaster's advent. Is that so?
Tee, how thrilling.
I see you have all gathered. Yes, Grandmaster. With the exception of the third Anguis, all are present and accounted for. Very good. You deserve my thanks for observing all that transpired as my representative, Campanella.
I'm pleased to hear as much, Grandmaster. I imagine you're already aware of what transpired during the Gospel Plan, even without me relaying the details. But allow me to fulfill my most important duty.
Oh my.
So that's the Ariole.
Thank you. If only the price we paid to obtain it weren't so great. Weissman, Leonhardt. To say nothing of the countless other sacrifices, both human and otherwise, that arose through this plan. I, and I alone, bear responsibility for each and every one of them.
That is simply not true.
Please, do not place the burden of blame upon yourself. The Faithless alone was at fault for his death. But if anyone should take the blame, it's we Anguis, who chose to overlook his behavior rather than steer him back on the right track. No, I half expected that this is what would happen. Yet, I chose to leave all of the decisions in his hands. I did so because I believe that to be necessary for this world. But nonetheless, the blame is unequivocally mine. Oh, Grandmaster. Why must you blame yourself so? There will inevitably be a reaction to what has happened in time. But I imagine the Church will act regarding that. Let us leave the matter to them. As you wish. I must admit that my curiosity is piqued, but it shall be as you desire.
In that case, what should all of us do now?
The bells in the west have rang, and the first pact applies no more. I hereby proclaim the completion of the first phase of the Orpheus final plan, the Gospel Plan, and the initiation of its second phase, the Phantasmal Blaze Plan.
Very well.
Leave everything to us. We, your loyal Anguis, in accordance with your wishes, shall now fully devote ourselves to the execution of your plan.
So it's time for the Phantasmal Blaze Plan to begin, huh? The stage is set at the very least. It's gonna utterly dwarf the Gospel Plan in terms of both quality and scale. Things are finally about to get interesting. By the way, I might be the last person you want to hear this from, but would you mind stopping the whole peeping in thing, mysterious stranger? Damn. He's onto me. He's onto me! Starry-eyed, everybody! Wow! We just got an audience with Ouroboros and the Grandmaster themselves who are setting up things that are just... They're setting up events of the whole series. And we got the brilliant crown, 30,000 Mira. Even though one game is done, there's still so much to do as a series whole. What is this? Prevents ailments and stat down plus various stats up. The ultimate crown set with septium of all 7 elements. Richard. Yeah, Richard could get this. That's pretty cool. Like Richard. It is gonna decrease his def just a tad, but the rest is kind of insane. Yeah, I'm just gonna give it to Richard. I'm playing favorites. I know I'm playing favorites, okay? I have a favorite child among the bunch. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. Well, we're pretty much ready to set off. I have been actually making some recipes and buying just tons of ingredients, so we have that with us. Food-wise, if we take a little look down here, we have stuff like crab specials, triplet eyes for CP, beastly stews for CP, wobbly rainbow right here. Blood extracts, heals all HP, cures ailments. Got the good stuff. Everybody has their slots upgraded. We have plenty of cool quartz that we can use. And I think we're ready to go. Nothing more remains for us. All chests, all doors, all everything. Now it's just about finishing this freaking game right here. Let's do it.
Once you depart on board the Arcee, there will be no turning back. You will never be able to return to this garden again. Are you completely sure that you are ready?
Actually, let me make a save. It doesn't hurt to have a save right here. Let's go.
Once you depart, are you sure?
Let's go.
Very well then. In that case, let's call the others and leave for the Arcee at once.
All right, everyone is now in position.
If you would, Celeste. Of course. Please focus your minds, everyone. Focus on the image of this ship taking flight into the sky. That is all you need to do.
Got it. This is gonna be easy.
It's not a sight I've had the pleasure of seeing before, but I can easily imagine how beautiful it must be.
Come to think of it, I was in this ship when I was being transported to a cell in Leisten Fortress. That was when my life really started to go off the rails.
If you're going to remain on board, sir, I would kindly ask that you cooperate. For this ship to fly again, everyone on board it must be thinking of the same thing. If you're not willing to participate, You could always climb off and remain in the garden.
No, I can cooperate. For realsies. How'd I ever get myself into this mess in the first place? Well, aren't you being a good boy?
Well, now that we have everyone's support, I think it's time to begin.
Oh. Is this...
Let's go. Come on, Arcee. Take to the skies, or take to the space. Once more. What is space but a big sky? Activation complete. The Arcee is now ready to depart at any time.
Scree! We did it!
Phew. I didn't want to think about what would happen if that failed. Well, we're finally ready. What should we do, Kevin?
If we're ready, I'd say we should get going immediately. Our destination's set, so let's go there and finish this.
Understood. If you would then, Julia. Certainly, Your Highness. Henceforth, this ship will be accelerating to maximum battle speed and exiting the planes. Start all engines, and advance. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Oh, it's all coming down to this. Flickering galaxies abound. Let's go. I just love how crazy it is that we're flying the Arcee in space. It's just, that's where the finale should take you. It should take you flying an airship in space towards a distant realm to defeat the memory of someone you once held dear. We're coming, Rufina. We're taking Phantasma down. Wow. So this is what the planes really look like. Huh. It's like being surrounded by a giant kaleidoscope.
3,000 SPH, 3,100, 3,200. Wait a second. 3,500, 3,800, 4,300? We're now going at 5,000 SPH.
What? But the Arcee should only be able to reach 3,600. I can only assume this is a result of how well you were able to combine your thoughts as one. This must be the Arcee's theoretical maximum capability, rather than its real-world maximum.
This is amazing. Shouldn't take us long to reach our destination at this kind of speed.
Are we still in the planes, incidentally? Yes, but we shouldn't be for much longer.
Detecting a barrier in front of us. 120 seconds until impact.
Full speed ahead. Prepare the main cannon for rapid fire. We're gonna use it to force our way through. Right. I don't think we've seen the Arcee fire its cannon before, have we? Let's go. That music crescendo just right. Just perfect. Whoa.
So this is how Phantasma looks outside of the plains. It's nothing but a barren wasteland. Our destination's coordinates are as I mentioned earlier. As long as we keep heading straight, we should reach it before long.
Phew. Guess this is our chance to take a breather. That was a real thrill now, wasn't it? Even Ouroboros doesn't have any airships quite this fast.
It's only just starting to hit me just how vast Phantasma actually is, though. The plains felt big enough as it was, but this area around them seems even bigger.
Indeed. It's astounding to believe that all of this is only a subsystem of the areoles. It also makes it even harder to believe that the areole could have disappeared as it did.
Yeah, I'm with you. There's no way that something capable of making an entire other world like this could just vanish all of a sudden. Which means he probably collected it.
Yeah, and as we saw, it's now in the hands of the society.
Is something wrong, Kevin? Oh, nah, it's fine. I doubt what I'm thinking about has any direct connection to what's happening here. Huh? What the? There's a small flying object approaching us, 200 cells from behind. What? How could there be another airship out here other than ours? No. It seems to be a pursuer from the plains. A pursuer? Bring down the main monitor. Try and get the pursuer up on it using the ship's rear camera. Understood. That's... What's the silver Dragion doing here?
Huh. I've never seen one in that color before.
This is bad. It's going faster than us. At this rate, it's gonna catch up before long.
It wouldn't be likely to end well either. The Arceus has been taken down by a Dragion once before as it is.
Prepare for mid-air battle. Turn the ship and intercept that Dragion.
No, there's no need to do that.
What? This is new.
Ha! The time has finally come to show you all my true brilliance.
You actually got some? You're feeling all right, buddy?
Perhaps you ought to go and rest in the medical room. You seem confused. The rest of you can just stay there and watch. You're about to see a real hero in action.
I'm curious.
And he's gone. What's gotten into that goofball?
How's Gilbert gonna stop a... My moment has finally come. From now on, I will be the star of this show. If this world really does respond to people's thoughts, then come forth, my wings, cleaver of the clouds, bluer than the bluest sky. My Giapachi! I knew you would answer to my call. I, Gilbert Stein, Company Commander of Ouroboros' 38th Enhanced Jaeger Unit, will hereby commence diverting that Dragion and taking it out of the sky.
I, for one, am glad Gilbert gets his moment in the spotlight.
He had that thing when we were in Gransel. I had no idea how you wrote it. I know that thing.
So he was the one who attacked the bobcat.
Maybe his idea wasn't so stupid after all. He might not be as strong as that Dragon, but in terms of maneuverability, it actually keeps up fairly well.
He's actually fighting well. Yeah, I'm impressed. Huh. I always figured he was just some loser. Well, he's got more guts than I thought.
Yeah, I feel like I'm seeing him in a whole new light now.
Still, while he's putting up a valiant effort, I can't see him being able to actually take it down. Indeed. Perhaps it would be best for us to turn around and engage it directly.
I told you, there isn't any need for that.
Oh,
I mean it. Get going. It's not like I would have been able to help you out in battle much anyway. I might as well do my part some other way.
you're certain about that?
Sure, I might not be able to knock it out of the sky. I can get it out of your way. And when you're safely escaped, I'll make my own retreat and follow on after you.
Understood. I shall be praying for your success.
Same to you.
Wow. Huh. He sure knows how to steal the spotlight.
Honestly, he should be fine. He's pretty skilled at operating that thing. He gave me my brother's hell when he attacked us before. Well, I guess all we can do is believe in him now.
Let us pray to Adios for his safety. Indeed. All engines, full speed ahead. Don't slow down until we reach our destination. Yes, ma'am. Gilbert. Redemption. Redemption for Gilbert.
Moments like these are the best part of being a hero. If only there were more people here to marvel at just how cool I am at this very moment. What? Wait a second. You can't gang up on me like that. That's messed up. Arce, can you hear me? I take it all back. I take it all back. Crap, they're out of range.
Oh, so much for the hero.
Yay! Adios, help me! Huh? You guys hear something? I didn't. Detecting a giant structure 120 cells ahead of us. I think this is where we're headed for.
We should be able to get a visual on it before long then, if it's that close. Joshua, could you move the main camera to face it?
Of course. Zooming in as far as I can on the target.
I've got it! Putting it up on the screen. Well, that's out of a fairy tale.
What's that? Wow, it looks like something out of a fairy tale.
Thank you, Tita. It looks like some sort of palace. Or perhaps castle is the more appropriate word for it. So that is where the Lord of Phantasma waits for us. A great castle standing in the wilderness. Quite a romantic concept. Rufina's waiting for us there?
No doubt about it. That's one scary-looking castle she's built herself, huh? I'm already shaking in my stregus.
What should we do now, Kevin?
Let's try and get closer and see if there's a way in. Careful, though. I don't think our arrival's gonna come as much of a surprise for her.
Understood. Arce, decelerate. As soon as we reach the target, Begin to slowly circle around it. Yes, ma'am.
This has to be the main entrance. There sure are a lot of doors, though. The design seems to resemble the cathedral in Arteria. Kevin?
Rufina! We know you're in there. I'm not gonna run, and I'm not gonna hide. So come out and let's settle this once and for all.
I praise you on coming all this way to face me. Welcome to Phantasmagoria, my castle. But the time for talk is long past. May we begin the final game. The man who seeks to atone and his attendants must proceed through the great door above. All others must proceed in equal numbers through the 3 doors below. At the end of each wing, you shall find a banquet I pray is worthy of your satisfaction. Now, let the fun begin. Rufina. I see that she intends to obsess over rules to the bitter end. I imagine that if you don't do as she asks, you will never be able to reach her. But keep in mind that much as we are bound by rules, so too is she only able to exist because of them. There shouldn't be any traps that would violate them inside.
So she's finally ready to face us head on, huh?
So it seems.
And what a thrilling invitation she's given us. I couldn't be more excited. I sort of get what you mean. Although in my case, it's about 50% excitement, 50% nerves.
Well, it's about time we all got the chance to thank her for getting us wrapped up in this mess.
I ain't gonna back down from a fight when someone else has thrown down the gauntlet. Bring it on!
Come on, Agate.
Regardless, our path is set before us now, and we have no choice but to walk it. We'll still need to ascertain whether this land poses a threat to the peace of Liber, after all.
Exactly, Julia. That's just one more reason why we can't afford to back down.
Scree! Maybe I just want to hurry back to my brother so they don't worry too much about me. That's more than a good enough reason in my book.
And I get a real airful from Kilika if I stuck around this place for too long.
As it so happens, I would be more than content to spend eternity here with all of you. But I suppose that's no longer an option with all things considered.
It never was an option, you idiot.
I'm glad all of you are with us. Thank you.
You guys ready then? We're gonna need to split up into 4 teams of 4 if what we've heard is anything to go by. Reese and I are gonna take the top gate. Other than that, anything goes.
So it seems. Still, the challenges beyond the great upper gate are likely to be significantly more dangerous than any of the other.
That may be something to bear in mind when choosing your teams. Thank you. I will. We're at the entrance to Phantasmagoria. And the final dungeon of the game. Right gate, the Golden Giant. Left gate, the Black Guardian. Main gate, the Crimson Lizard. Giant gate, the World's Will. Okay. Good thing we outfitted everybody, huh? Okay. I'm thinking, so obviously we have the superpowered party, which is Ren and Richard. So I'm thinking they should each lead a party of their own. Just that they can help carry some of the less fortunate, less gifted, let's say. I'll be so blunt. And then Joshua. Okay. I've spent, I think, half an hour looking over the party. This is how we're looking. I've decided that it feels best to bring Estelle and Joshua in like the main gate party. It just, yeah, this is the team I want to face the final challenges with. The other teams have some strong elements in them as well. Maybe party 3 is the one I'm the most worried about. But they'll be fine. They'll be fine. I've gone ahead and given items to everybody. I've gone ahead and given items to everybody and sort of stretched my supply of items as far as it goes. Everything is distributed, and they're all going to go off at once. So, let's proceed.
That's everything. Yep, time to get moving.
I wish you a smashing success. When Gilbert eventually arrives, I will explain everything to him as well.
Thanks. You guys have been good enough to come all this way with me, so giving some overblown speech full of cliches just feels kind of stupid. So I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. See you at the top. And don't even think about dying, got it? We're all getting out of here together. Right!
And so it begins. We're splitting off. This is gonna be the biggest challenge, I think. And I'm gonna pay for focusing so much on just those characters. We're gonna take it from the top. Right gate. Welcome to Phantasmagoria. Well, without further ado, Ren's in charge here with Mueller, Julia. I like that they are together, and Charizard's here too. Strange powers overflowing from the orb. Very nice. I need a little break. I've been through so much already. There we go. Well, everybody, I wonder if this would be a good place to end. It might be a bit of a shorter episode, but I think still around 50 minutes, right? So I think I'm going to conclude it here, and then next time we can dedicate the whole episode to taking on Phantasmagoria's different pathways with different characters. It's going to be a riot, so make sure you tune in then. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Carl, and this has been Trails to Completion.